Good day, guys. How are we all doing? And welcome along. Welcome back, or welcome along if it's your first time. My name is Paz. I'm a DJ producer from Nottingham, England. And I like discovering new music. That's what I've been doing for the last 30 years. So now I've turned it into a YouTube channel. Checking out, well, it's new to me. Checking out some old stuff, some new stuff for a first time. Today we're back on the Tom MacDonald rabbit hole. This one's been recommended by a lot of you guys, so thank you very much for the recommendations, as always. Jump over to Tom's channel, give him some love, give him some support, give him some subscriptions. All right, let's jump straight into it. Reaction at the end, and I'll probably stop it a few times as we work out what's going on. Let's go!
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize.
Just going to take that back. I missed the first few words as the headphones wasn't working. Let's go.
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize. Black folks who were never ever actual slaves.
As always, spits the bars right from the opening lyric. I think I'm going to enjoy this one. Let's take it back a bit.
Truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize. Black folks who were never ever actual slaves, fighting with white folks who ain't actual Nazis, controlled by rich folks who use the news to make hate, while elite folks control other political parties.
Yes, I think that's very clear to us all these days. If you're slightly tuned in, slightly awake, it's not about black, it's not about white. It's just about divide and conquer, I guess. Keep us all arguing amongst ourselves and we can do whatever we like in the background. Ooh, go on, Tom.
Controlled by rich folks who use the news to make hate, while elite folks control other political parties. It's a big lie, trying to make you pick sides, trying to make you burn the cities down and kill each other. They got sick minds, big lies, deep on the police so that there's big crime. To take away our freedom, to restore order, they let die. Play with people, turn men into women, make the counterculture mainstream to mix up the system. Change the pronouns, if gender is a spectrum, so is privilege. I know poor white folks and black celebrities with millions. They starve you with a lack of information and only give you facts.
Wow, what an image that is. As always, big up to Nova, big up to Tom on the video production. Absolutely outstanding. And again, the bars in this one. Whoa. He doesn't mince his words, does he?
Celebrities with millions. They starve you with a lack of information and only give you facts through a branded corporation. Distort your worldview with an algorithm that changes based on propaganda curated for your engagement. We can't be free.
Well, yeah, what can we say about the algorithms? Because, let's be honest, we're all sat in front of them just about every day, especially if you're into YouTube or your TikTok. They certainly know how to keep you connected to that screen. That algorithm is, yeah, it's clearly genius, isn't it? The way that it just keeps you hooked onto that device, you can't put it down.
Changes based on propaganda curated for your engagement. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep.
What a bar that is. We can't be free until we're all on the same team. Wowzers, that's perfect, Tom.
Propaganda curated for your engagement. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep. Glued to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep.
Now I get what the song's about. You're all sheeple, just doing exactly what the TV screen tells you. I say that to those that aren't awake, obviously. I guess they don't watch Tom.
Still we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep. Glued to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? My sheep. Nothing's what it seems. Hollywood been rotting your brain, controlling your mouth. You say lit, fleek, bet, cap, they trying to dumb you down. They endorse whatever narrative is popular to shout and use minorities in movies for diversity clout.
Yeah, I don't think it's until you get to the later stages of life that you realise what a propaganda machine the movies are with certain narratives. I'll tell you one narrative. It's amazing how many war films come out when we're at war. You don't see war films for a decade, then all of a sudden we start a war somewhere. And there's 2 or 3 big war movies going on. Yeah, it's almost like the new. One's going to come soon, so let's just make it anyway.
Endorse whatever narrative is popular to shout and use minorities in movies for diversity clout. 2 sides on the spectrum, but ain't none of them honest. Took the red pill and the blue pill, spit them both in the garbage. Being woke used to mean you understood you're a target, and now it's having 2 good legs and never taking a step forward. If you agree, it's free speech. Disagree, it's hate speech. Erase it if it came from anywhere except the mainstream. Trump supporters labeled as the racist, but they can't be.
Erase anything unless it came from the mainstream. Wow, wasn't that prominent during the C word 19, let's call it that. We had 3 years of everything that you said would be removed or triggered as lies, while they were pushing their so-called facts with the fact checkers on us. And it's now been proven that a lot of those so-called facts were absolute garbage, just one person's opinion of the truth, when clearly it was all lies. Ooh, Tom's triggering me. I love it.
And never taking a step forward. If you agree, it's free speech. Disagree, it's hate speech. Erase it if it came from anywhere except the mainstream. Trump supporters labeled as the racist, but they can't be. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery. Science been politicized, it's easy to see. A mask became a symbol of which side you believe, but you'll never.
That mask definitely became a symbol of which side you believe. I'm going to tell you this now. This is quite mad. There was a point at my workplace where I'm stood there in front of about 4 people and I was accused of being a murderer by someone that was obviously fully vaccinated, basically because I was refusing to take a vaccine that hadn't been tested, that hadn't been 10 years in medical approval like every other vaccine in the world. There was no way I was jumping on board something that had been spat out all around the world in 3 months. That was my only negative. I didn't see how it was feasible to be sending the world an amount of vaccines that's just obscene and they've been untested. There's just no way. I made sure my wife didn't take it and I didn't take it. And based on the obvious and the basic reasons, I didn't give a damn about anything else. But I had somebody at work calling me a murderer because I wasn't so-called protecting them. Wow. And that's all down to the mainstream telling people that message.
Politicized, it's easy to see. A mask became a symbol of which side you believe, but you'll never cure a sickness till you cure the greed, because the problem with our natural immunity is it's free. Society is broken. Want you?
Yeah, there you go. The problem with natural immunity. Yeah, you don't want that, mate. You want to take this vaccine. It's much better than the natural stuff because we can make money from this one. Can't make money from your version.
The greed, because the problem with our natural immunity is it's free. Society is broken, want you locked inside a cubicle, addicted to pornography, liquor, and pharmaceuticals. Tell you that you're fat and poor and you were never beautiful, then tweet how much they love you when they hear about your funeral. We can't be free.
What a bar that is. Tell you you're fat, you're ugly, you're useless, and then preach about how much they love you at your funeral. Whoa. Ain't that the facts?
Then tweet how much they love you when they hear about your funeral. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep. Glued to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? Oh, my sheep. Nothing's what it seems. If they can't convince you, they confuse you. They want you dumb and dead. They divided you by race, religion, income, and sex. Made everybody right and left. The hatred got so intense. If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And the conspiracy theories labeled as...
Wow. Again, ain't that the truth? If the other side's loving oxygen, you'll just put a bag on your head. not because you want to kill yourself, but you can't be seen to be like the other side. How much they've divided us is ridiculous, isn't it? Even the simple thing of two parties, just two political parties. How come the whole world's only got two political parties? Well, because it's obvious. They give you what you think is choice, with as little choice as possible, because there is no choice. If there was choice, there'd be 25 different parties, and we'd all be able to, obviously, spot the good one, the genuine one, the one with beliefs that we believe in. But no, you don't get those choices. You get two choices, and it's crap versus rubbish. Which one would you like, sir?
Dead. They divided you by race, religion, income, and sex. Made everybody right and left. The hatred got so intense. If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And the conspiracy theories labeled as misinformation is just a terrifying truth that scares the hell out the nation. The system treating you like trash, and you got rifles to aim with. Just imagine how they'll treat you when your guns get confiscated. George Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called them thought police. Now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to...
Wow, and there he is. George Orwell called them, I can't remember the word, but yeah, now they call them fact checkers, which is quite unbelievable, isn't it, as to where we've come. George Orwell was so bang on.
Was his last lecture. George called them thought police. Now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to catch you. They don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors. The system isn't broke, it's working fine. Oppressive and chaotic is how it was designed. They say if we ain't doing nothing wrong, there's nothing to hide. While their agenda and intelligence completely classified. They don't teach you rights in school, you never learn them at all. Cause they're easy to remove if you don't know what they are.
They don't teach you nothing in school. I mean, surely the biggest thing you need to know when you come out of school is how to manage your finances, how to use money. Yet strangely, that's not in any curriculum around the world, or certainly not in the third Western world, as we call it.
Teach your rights in school, you never learn them at all. Cause they're easy to remove if you don't know what they are. The only people you can rule are the criminal ones. So they force you into corners till you're breaking the law. We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team. But y'all are sheep, glued to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? Nothing's what it seems.
Wowzers, Tom, you've got me all agitated. You've got me all worked up once again. What a powerful message. Outstanding lyrics. Just bars after bars after bars. God, he knows how to write a song. Outstanding visuals. As always, the video is just another level when you realise it's his girlfriend and him. Wowzers. Some of the trigger points in that track. I guess the whole message is, look, just wake up, man, smell the coffee, realise what's going on in front of you. And the more and more Tom screams about it, the more and more people check it out, the more you realise what's going on. I think it's just a shame that, well, I guess it's not a shame, it's quite obvious why the system has branded Tom as a racist and a homophobe and all the other slur words you possibly can, because they don't want people listening to this message. I'll be very surprised if that doesn't happen to Ren. He'll not get mainstream viewers just like Tom, I think, because when Renby gets that big that the mainstream should be talking about him, I don't think they will because of his message. I think the one message that they could talk about, and they did talk about when he released the track, was suicide, for the obvious reason. I don't even think you can say that word on here without it triggering stuff. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens with his journey. But thankfully, Tom's big enough with 4.27 million people that he doesn't have to worry about the mainstream. Let's just hope, unlike Russell Brand, YouTube don't one day just come along and say, sorry, mate, we're demonetizing you and turning off your channel because supposedly something's gone on in the background. No laws got involved, but we're going to listen to the media, and the media says you've done this, so we're going to demonetize you. If you don't know what's happened to Russell Brand, that's basically what's happened. No law, no charges, but somebody said something. It's been on the telly and in the newspaper, so YouTube's demonetized his channel. Absolutely shocking. So unfortunately, when your voice gets too loud, they've got their means and their methods. They can always do something. So let's hope and pray that doesn't happen to some of the biggest artists on the planet right now, when we talk Mr. Tom MacDonald and Mr. Ren Gill. Right, guys, I have been proper waffling. I think I'm losing my voice. Thank you very much for checking this one out. I do hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. If you've got any comments, any details about this track, whack them down below. As always, if you've got any feedback from myself or any recommendations on where to go next, please do whack them down below. And as always, we will check them out. So until next time, peace, love, I'm out of here. I hope you have a great day. Cheers.